Good morning and welcome to Fauxthoughts, the show about my life where, you guessed it, besties, nothing happens. Why does nothing happen? I don't know. I'm kind of fine with it at this point. It's just something we've got to accept and move on with our lives. And honestly, I kind of love doing nothing. So today's episode of Fauxthoughts is going to be the first episode in a series I've been planning on doing for a little while now called Fauxthoughts with Fauxthoughts. I'm Fauxthoughts. So what this is just a collection of totally unscripted thoughts that I have in my brain. Probably shouldn't be sharing this on the internet, but you know, it is what it is. But I'm gonna just get my camera out and start recording and just share with you things that I think about. A lot of this is gonna be stuff that I wanna make videos about, but it just might not be enough to make a full video on, so I thought I would just put it as part of a little collection of thoughts. I should probably get out of bed first. I don't know about that. All right, let's do this. Oh God, I probably shouldn't have lied down right before filming, so that was not the best idea. But you know what, guys? We're besties. We've known each other for a long time now. We know what we're about. Y'all don't care what my hair looks like. So like I mentioned, I really want to do this series because I want to start making more videos that are kind of like stream of consciousness, you know, just me pouring things out, letting you guys know how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking about, what I'm vibing, and you guys can let me know what you guys think about certain topics, and that way we can have a conversation about random things. Before everything gets started, just a quick reminder, make sure you give the video a like if you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, leave me a comment and say that I'm an idiot. I don't mind. Any comment's a good comment, to be honest. And of course, I hope you guys kind of get involved and let me know what you guys think about certain things, or if you have a topic in mind for a future video, write it in the comments if you just want to know my thoughts on something, because then I could just put it in one of these videos rather than making a whole video about it. I mean, that's kind of the thing with YouTube, right? Like, if you want to make a video, you really need to make sure that it's like searchable and is like about one topic that people are looking for, or a certain idea or something like that. And sometimes I just want to make videos that are absolutely about nothing, because as y'all know, this is the show about my life where nothing happens. And as you know, I'm also kind of okay with it because, to be honest, I don't really want to do anything. I don't want to go out. So as you may know, if you're a loyal subscriber to this channel, I recently got diagnosed with little Miss Rona. Let me tell you something. This bitch fucked me up, all right? She fucked me up. I was so sick. Even for like 2 weeks after I was like, you know, really sick. Like, obviously when I first got it, I was very sick. You know, I was bedridden for like a week or something. It was pretty shitty. But even after that, when, you know, I finished my isolation, I was allowed to go out into the world again as you normally do. And I was feeling so shitty and tired. And it got to the point like 3 weeks later where I was like, do you know what? I think it's just me. You know, I don't think COVID is involved. It's just me feeling shit, which is pretty confronting, to be honest. Like, maybe it's just the universe reminding me like, hey, bitch, you're getting old. Start to wrap it up. Start getting your things in order. Get that will written. Like, girl, you do not have time left on this earth. Or maybe it was just kind of the universe being like, you know what, bitch? Make use of the time you have left. Live every day like it's your last. Keep on going. If you got a good TV show to watch, let me know. I'm really on the lookout for something new. I haven't watched Euphoria yet. Don't tell me to watch Euphoria. I'll get to it when I get to it. I'm sure it's a good show. I don't doubt that it's a good show. But like, I feel like I don't need to watch it because I feel like I know everything about Euphoria because I scroll through Twitter all the time and it's like, why watch the show, right? I just get all the spoilers from all the stands on Twitter. Okay, the lighting here is really terrible, and I really want to keep talking about Euphoria, so I'm going to move you for a second. Give me a sec. Oh, the thing is with Euphoria, people are talking about it so much on Twitter, on Instagram, on all the different social media apps. Everyone's so invested in it. Everyone's so into it. Everyone's just like following it like it's, I don't know, the new Game of Thrones or something, right? I mean, I guess it's on HBO. It's on a Sunday. It's primetime television. I get it. The thing is, like, I don't know if it's because I feel a little bit older. I mean, I'm only 27. I'm not old. I know that. But for some reason, I don't want to have to watch a show about teenagers in the current era because I feel like I just don't relate to them anymore. Like, up until maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I felt like I had a good grip on what the social zeitgeist was. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I knew people. I feel like I knew what teenagers were like. I felt like I was still a teenager up until I was like, I don't know, 25. So for some reason, the thought of having to watch like teenage characters and what school is like these days, like, I don't care. Especially because they're in school, you know? Like, I don't want to watch a show about teenagers in school. I just don't care. I think it's like, I need to move on with my life. I think I need to start acting like an adult more. Or maybe it's just me thinking that I need to start acting like an adult. God, I don't know. This is a real conundrum. This seems like something I should talk to my therapist about, so let's just move on. Did you know that if Charles Darwin was still alive today, he would be the world's oldest man? Listen, I love Doja Cat. I think she's so talented. I think she's such a great performer. I think she's a really likable person. I think she does a lot of good things for the community. But Doja, like, bestie, I love you. I really do. But what the fuck is up with these 2-minute long songs? Like, girl, like, I get that it's good for TikTok, it's good for the radio, it helps you get more streams and more plays having shorter songs, but man, it's too short. Like, get into it. It's a great song. It's literally 2 minutes long. Like, what the fuck? That's not enough time to shake my fussy. Oh. Let's move on. Okay, so this next one I've been thinking about for a couple of days now, because during my, run with Miss Rona, I was obviously bedridden, I was obviously at home, and I obviously wanted to watch some new shows because, you can't just keep watching The Office and Superstore over and over and over again because, well, you can. And I have, and I do, but, sometimes you got to add some variety in what you're watching. God, I'm so sorry about my hair. It's really in my face, isn't it? So during my isolation, I decided to binge watch all of Sex and the City. Yes, all 6 seasons. 6 seasons? All 6 seasons in I don't know, a week or two. And, it's good. Yeah, it's a little dated. Yeah, some of the jokes are a little bit inappropriate and some of the references are a bit weird. But overall, great show, really fun, really good cast. It's also just nice reminiscing about the 90s and, what life was like before social media. But the main reason I watched it is because I really wanted to watch the reboot. And I know that sounds weird, wanting to watch a reboot of a show that you never watched before. I've never watched Sex and the City before, so this is the first time I've been really getting into it. But, it's weird watching this whole 6-season show just so you can then watch the reboot, which, let's be honest, isn't getting a lot of good reviews. So, I started watching, and just like that, the Sex and the City reboot. And you know what? Look, it's not good. It's really not. And I'm sorry to say that because obviously a lot of people put in a lot of work to make this show happen. All the actors did their best. All the writers did their best. The production quality is really, really good. And the outfits are amazing. All that's great. But as a show, I just don't think it works really well. And it's just a little bit too forced and kind of, I don't know, it just deviates so much from what the original was about. But, obviously the show's about people getting older and different lives and blah, blah, blah. So I get that aspect of it. And, there's some problems. And I think one of the main criticisms people have is the story choices and all that sort of stuff. And, I kind of get that some of it is about, the different communities, like the LGBT community. And there's a lot of discussion about race and friendships and all that sort of stuff, which is great. And, I kind of think it's almost a reflection of life right now. And life's not pretty. There, I said it. And I mean in terms of some of the social commentary in the show. I don't mean physically pretty. Obviously everybody on the show looks absolutely amazing. The outfits are gorgeous. All that's great. I just mean where we are as a society right now isn't a very good place. So watching that kind of come to life in a show that was so iconic and the characters that you kind of know so well from what they used to be like, it's just weird, It's jarring. It's awkward. It's just a little bit too much. And you're just I don't like this. I don't want to watch this. And I didn't want to watch it. I was 3 episodes in and I was this is not good. I don't want to watch it anymore. But then I couldn't stop. I didn't want to watch it. I really wanted to stop watching it, but I just fucking couldn't. I just had to know what happens next. I just had to know what they're up to. I just had to know how all these, relationships are going to develop or deteriorate or whatever's going to happen. It was so engrossing, despite the fact that I didn't like any of it. And you know what? It just made me sad for the choices I've made to get to this point in my life. Okay, let's move on. Oh God, I really gotta get a microphone for this damn camera. Okay, so I'm just sitting here minding my own business. I'm on my laptop right now trying to find a new portable hard drive that I can back up my YouTube videos on, that sort of thing. And I came across this one from SanDisk, which everybody knows SanDisk. But the way they advertise these things is so strange to me because they really make it seem like this USB can handle any environment. And my question there is, why do you need it to? What's going on? I'll post the photos when I edit this video, but some of these advertisements are so strange. What is this woman? Tough storage that's ready for life. What is she doing? Why is she in this cave or something with her USB? Why did she take that with her? I assume that's a woman. Apologies if I misgendered the person in this image, but you get the point. This one, they're dropping it in this puddle or something. What's going on? Why are you dropping your USB in a puddle? But this one really takes the cake. It's a freaking lighthouse in the middle of the ocean and they've got their USB with them. It's just look, with all due respect to the people who need extra protection on their hard drives, I get people have important files, but who the fuck is taking their hard drive to the middle of the ocean in front of a lighthouse and being let's see if this works. Let's see if this still works after I drop it in the ocean. It's not even a real image. They just photoshopped this damn hard drive in front of the ocean. It's not to scale. It doesn't make really much sense. I don't know who's doing this or who needs to be in this sort of environment with their hard drive on hand. You know what I want to see? I want to see advertisement for a hard drive that actually fucking works. Particularly ones that work for Macs. For whatever reason, hard drives are just you know what? You've got a Mac. I'm going to make this as difficult as I possibly can for you. And maybe that's Apple's fault. Maybe it's the makers of the hard drive's fault. I don't know. I don't really care. Just make it work. Like, it's 2022. Why can't I find a hard drive that just plugs into my Mac and work? God, I told you that these thoughts were going to be very random, won't make much sense. But, you know, at this point, you've only got yourself to blame for still watching this video. But if you are still watching, I appreciate it. You're an icon. You're a legend. You are the moment. Let's move on. Okay, so I had this conversation with a friend a couple days ago, but I want to bring it up again because I think it's interesting to think about. Hear me out. Were movies made in like the early 2000s actually better? Or were they just seeming better because we were younger when we watched them? Yeah, something to think about. For example, I recently rewatched Rush Hour with Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. Loved that movie as a kid. My whole family loved it. We watched it all the time. We had it on a VHS, so we watched it a lot. I'm now realizing I think it might have come out in the late 90s, but still it's relevant. And I remember telling a friend of mine who I forced to watch it with me, like, yo, this movie's so good. I love it. I watched it as a kid so many times. And neither of us were really that into it. And I don't know if it's because it's dated. I don't know if it's because I was younger when I watched it. Or I don't know if it's because the movie's actually just not that good. And, you know, I actually made a whole video about this a little while ago about movies that came out in 2004 that were like extra iconic. Go watch it if you haven't. I think it's one of my better videos. But, you know, I'm talking about movies like A Cinderella Story, Suddenly 30, Bridget Jones's Diary, The Notebook, Mean Girls, White Chicks, all these movies that like I think back to and I remember being so good, and then I rewatch them and I'm like, girl, just something to think about, I guess. Let's move on. Okay, I thought I was done, but I have one more thing I want to quickly mention. I feel like some of you may have noticed my t-shirt. This is Mr. Burns, but I want to show you the back of this t-shirt before I go because it is sweet and I always get compliments from people who are also Simpsons fans. Okay, I can't actually see if I'm in the frame or not. I think I am. Okay, yeah. This is the shirt. Mr. Burns' Casino. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, I'll try and find the link if it's still available. I don't know if it is, to be completely honest. It's also very weird talking to you guys when I'm not facing you. Now I'm just standing here talking to my door. Like, this is weird. I think I gotta turn around. I missed you, besties. Okay, let's move on. All right, besties, I've been talking for quite a bit today, and I've got some stuff I got to get done tonight. I think it'd be better if I didn't, like, divert my attention away from things too often. But I just want to say thank you so much if you watched the video all the way through. It's going to be one of those videos that I don't think will get many views because it's hard to kind of put metadata on something that doesn't have a topic. If you guys like the video, let me know by liking and leaving a comment. I will make some more videos like this if you guys enjoy them. If you prefer videos with more focus, also let me know because then I know. And knowledge is power, and power is pizza, and pizza is knowledge. But that's everything I wanted to say today. So until next time, besties, bye. Someone